Miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Redskins. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Mayfield down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jonathan Allen able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield to throw it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a guy who's moved around a bit in his career already. Out of the University of Texas, it's Colt McCoy.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Thompson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
A 4th-rounder back in 2012 out of Iowa, Mike Daniels, has been about as good a 4th-rounder as you could hope for. A strong defensive tackle, named an alternate selection to the Pro Bowl after the 2017 season. Why? Ability to play the point of attack, and also get upfield and spill plays in the backfield.
to throw on third down. McCoy. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Room to run past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Hunt. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
Mayfield on first down. Touchdown, Packers. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw on second down. McCoy. He gets it complete to Harris. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's McCoy. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Pushing his way through. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mayfield looks to throw, forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Hurry up, here we go.
On third down, Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
All right, here we go.
They'll run with Thompson, and they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McCoy. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They run it here with Thompson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Crowder now to return. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now. They head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, a run with Thompson. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd and 2, McCoy. It's brought in by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Now let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, McCoy. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now, check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run for it. Peterson. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Adrian Peterson as good as they come, but here he can't get the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 1st down, Mayfield. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Hunt. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. He's brought in by Jamison Crowder. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 1st down, McCoy. And Davis with it left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on 2nd down, McCoy. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the gun on 3rd down, McCoy. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Check, Patriot.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Green 39.
From the gun, McCoy. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
It's caught. Beckham. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. 3rd down here. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now McCoy. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. McCoy now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw. McCoy. He's got Floyd out left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. McCoy ducks into the grab over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Back to throw. McCoy. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking to throw. McCoy. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Hurry up, here we go.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.